Have you ever heard of a soldier with 4 paws and a bushy tail? Well, get ready for a story that's as heartwarming as it is unbelievable. We're going back in time to the height of the First World War to meet a very special, very furry member of a Royal Air Force squadron. This isn't just any old photo from the history books. Look closely. What you're seeing is a tiny fox cub perched right on the edge of a biplane fighter. This little guy wasn't a stray who just happened to wander by. He was the official mascot of the illustrious No. 32 Squadron. The year is 1918. The place is Humieres Aerodrome near St. Pol, France, and this little creature is about to steal our hearts. Now let's set the scene. 1918 was a brutal, pivotal year in the Great War. The skies over the Western Front were a deadly new battlefield. Young pilots, with an average life expectancy that was terrifyingly short, flew these incredible machines made of wood, canvas, and wire. They faced enemy aces, anti-aircraft fire, and the constant threat of mechanical failure. Life was a tense, day-to-day existence, punctuated by moments of extreme danger. In the midst of all this chaos and stress, what could possibly bring a moment of relief, a smile, a sense of normalcy? You're looking at him, this little fox cub. We don't know his name for certain. Historical records are often silent on such charming details. So, for our story, let's call him Scout. Scout wasn't just a pet. He was a symbol of something more. He was a living, breathing reminder of the peaceful homes and countryside these young men had left behind to fight for. Imagine the scene at the aerodrome, the roar of engines, the smell of oil and canvas, mechanics working tirelessly, and pilots tensely awaiting their next mission. Then, picture this tiny ball of red fur tumbling around their feet. He'd probably chase after spare parts, playfully nip at the mechanic's boots, or curl up for a nap in a sunny spot on a wing. For these men who lived with death as a constant companion, Scout was a dose of pure, unadulterated life. He was a connection to a world without war. Think about the psychology of it. Having an animal mascot was a common practice in military units throughout history. Dogs, goats, even bears have served alongside soldiers. These animals provided comfort, boosted morale, and forged a unique bond within the group. They were a shared responsibility, a shared source of affection. For the pilots of No. 32 Squadron, Scout would have been a welcome distraction from the horrors they witnessed daily. Petting him, feeding him, watching his antics, these simple acts would have been a powerful form of therapy. No. 32. Squadron itself was no ordinary unit. They flew the SE-5A, one of the best British fighter planes of the war. They were a highly effective group, credited with shooting down many enemy aircraft. Their ranks included some of the most daring and skillful pilots of the era. These were brave, tough young men, yet they opened their hearts to this tiny, vulnerable creature. It shows a side of these warriors we don't often get to see. Their humanity, their capacity for gentleness, even in the harshest of environments. Now let's go back to this incredible photograph. Look at the expression on Scout's face, if you can call it that. He's looking up, almost inquisitively, towards the cockpit. The caption that originally came with this photo suggested that it looks as if the cub would like to take a flight. Can you imagine? A tiny fox as a co-pilot, his ears flapping in the wind, soaring over the fields of France. Of course, that would never happen, but the sentiment is beautiful. It captures the whimsical, almost fairy tale-like nature of this relationship. It feels like something out of a storybook, but it was real. How did Scout even get there? The records don't tell us. Perhaps he was found as an orphaned cub near the aerodrome. Maybe a pilot with a soft spot for animals found him on a local farm. The origin story is lost to time, which only adds to the mystique. What we do know is that he was accepted, loved, and became an integral part of the squadron's identity. He wasn't just a fox, he was their fox. He was a symbol of their unity and their little piece of home on the front lines. This photo does more than just show a cute animal. It provides a window into the soul of these airmen. Life on a WWI aerodrome was a mixture of long periods of boredom and short bursts of sheer terror. In the quiet moments, loneliness and anxiety could creep in. A mascot like Scout would have filled those empty spaces with warmth and laughter. He would have been a neutral party, someone who didn't care about rank or kill counts, who just offered simple, unconditional companionship. We can imagine the stories. The time Scout stole a pilot's gloves. The time he chased a chicken across the airfield, sending everyone into fits of laughter. The way he would greet the planes as they returned from a mission, a furry, welcoming committee of one. These small moments of joy were incredibly precious. They were the glue that held the squadron's morale together, reminding them of the world they were fighting to protect. Sadly, we don't know what happened to Scout after the war. Did he return to England with one of the pilots? Was he released back into the French countryside where he belonged? We can only hope he lived out a long and happy life, blissfully unaware of the legendary status he had achieved. His story, preserved in this single, powerful photograph, has outlived the men who cared for him and the planes they flew. It's a powerful reminder that even in the darkest chapters of human history, moments of light, kindness, and connection can be found in the most unexpected places. This little fox cub, this unofficial airman of number 32 Squadron, represents the enduring spirit of life and the universal need for companionship. He was more than a mascot. He was a beacon of hope, a furry little legend of the skies. So the next time you see old black and white photos from the war, look closer. Beyond the soldiers and the machinery, you might just find a story like Scout's. A story of an unbreakable bond between man and animal. A testament to the fact that compassion and friendship can truly blossom anywhere, even on a battlefield. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. It's stories like these that really bring history to life, don't you think? If you enjoyed this, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more incredible stories from the past. Let me know in the comments what you think about Scout's story. We'll see you in the next one.